Welcome to Zahatka. My name is Valentina and hope everyone's doing great today. And today I'm going to show you not exactly a tutorial, but I'll still be showing you what I'm doing and explaining it. But it was more of a trial and see the mistakes I made so you don't have to if you watch it. But I made this cute little bag, purse. It was a different vision at first, as you'll see, but it turned into this. Still cute. Hey y'all! Starting off with a yummy snack before this intimidating project, a Kodiak protein waffle with Tillamook cream cheese, honey, and cinnamon on top with some hot Earl Grey tea. So I have this bag that I really like and I wanted to imitate it but in a cloth version. So I measured it all around and to get the dimensions but also modify it to make it my own, and then I drew myself a pattern. One thing I like to do on patterns that are just a square is write everything that I need on the pattern so I know what it's for, like not just the dimensions but all the other things I'm using. And then I proceeded to cut out all the things that I needed, which was the outside piece, the liner, the batting. I also did a felt piece, like a thick, harder felt piece to give the purse more of a structure. I quilted only the two main frames of the purse, so the front and the back. The material that went right by the zipper on either sides, I did put a fusible interfacing on it because I didn't put any felt or batting there and I needed it to be more stiff than just a piece of fabric. So I started to do the zippers and everything was going fine. I did it this way. I put on the zipper and stitched it on like I normally do, but the zippers on this purse really got to me and none of them would work because I would keep making them the wrong way. Well, I would keep making two facing the same way and I needed one facing one way and the other facing the other way because it had a front and a back. So I did struggle with that a little bit, but eventually got it figured out. I did waste about 2 sets of zippers or 3 sets of zippers, as you can see, and it's okay. I eventually got it, and then I put on my slider thingy and tested it out, made sure it works, and then I proceeded to put on the end piece, so that's the front or the back, whatever you want to call it, and then the stopper on the other side that I put on. Then I made my 2 short straps, and the way I did it to have some kind of batting on the inside, I tried it one way and then this way worked better. I just did the 2 pretty sides together and did a stitch, turned it outside in, and then I slid a piece of cotton batting inside. I tried stitching the batting on right away, but since this material is a little bit thicker, it didn't work to flip it inside out with such a thin piece. So I just decided to put the batting in because I still stitched the outer lines on the outside on either sides afterwards, and it kind of stitched it down. Next, I did cut 1 inch off of the liner. I did have one full piece, and then I realized I'm going to have to attach the zipper the way I wanted to. So I cut off 1 inch and sewed it onto the top of the outside piece. And then I sewed the zipper on to that other piece. So the pretty sides together, and I sewed the zipper on, and then I put another stitch on the other side to keep that liner down. Then I realized that sewing it like that was a mistake because I wasn't able to add on another liner. So I took that all apart and made sure that it wasn't actually attached. And then I attached the big side of the liner to the other side of the zipper, pretty sides together, and then flipped it around and did a top stitch on the green part, and then I did the same thing to the other side. Then a sad part, I forgot to put in my straps. I was supposed to put those in on that 1 inch piece whenever I was sewing on the liner, but I forgot to, so I had to pivot with the strap. In this next clip, you'll see me putting on all the side pieces. I did sew down the thick felt to the inner side of the green piece on here, and you'll just see me putting them on, sewing them onto the purse. First, I did the green sides, sewed them all together, and then I did the liner. how it all looks before I added the bottom piece. So the bottom is empty, and that's how it looks with all the other sides. And then I did mess up with the bottom, so I decided to do something different than I originally planned. I planned to have that flat piece on the bottom, but I just stitched together the two side pieces because they did end up being longer than I needed them to be, or I did the side pieces too short. But I sewed together the side pieces, and then I did the diagonal squares on the sides, and it gave me that square format that I wanted. It just wasn't as flat and stable on the bottom as I wanted it to be. After I sewed the bottom, I flipped everything out before I sewed the lining fully in to make sure that I'm satisfied with the result. And it was fine, and the purse was standing up, so I then proceeded to sew all the lining together and turn the project outside in. Oh, and I did decide on the hardware on either sides because I was just going to put one strap on now. I first was going to do that and make it detachable, but then I did the little hoops and it's not going to be detachable, just attached to one strap. One more thing I did before sewing all the lining together is put that thick felt piece on the liner. I was gonna put it on the green piece with the batting, and I tried to find my sticky spray glue, but I couldn't find it, so I just sewed it down to the liner and proceeded to do it that way. For the strap, I just did a 16-inch long by 3 inches wide and folded it in half, sewed it together, turned it outside in, and attached it to that hardware, and that was my strap. And here is the ultimate end result. I am pretty satisfied with it. I love the length of the strap, and overall, I would say it was a success, even though it wasn't what I was going for. But for my first official structured bag purse, not like a tote bag, I am pretty happy with it. But I just wanted to end this video off by saying a big thank you for everyone that watched the video to this point or any point in the video. I'm just so thankful that you took the time out of your day to watch it and let me be a part of your day. Hopefully you learned something new and something useful. And let me know down in the comments if you did, or if you're going to try to make something like this, or if you already have, and if you have any tips or suggestions for me. Thank you so much, and please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing, and hitting that little bell button. It all helps me out, and see you again next time. Bye bye.